Hey guys, Bill Manning. We're out here on Shearon Harris today, as we usually are, and catching a lot of fish. Been a while since I made a video. I don't know if I'll post the one that I made a little earlier. Caught a few fish on a worm. It's about 7:45, and I think I've caught 14, and a couple of keepers over 20 inches. But gonna see if I can catch some fish on a crankbait and Alabama rig. Post-spawn fish staging to move back out. If you want to give me a call to go fishing, it's 919-723-8569. Bass are starting to school up. They're feeding on real small bait. I've got some Zoom swimming flukes on here. Got some cloud cover today. It's supposed to rain, so these fish are doing a little bit different. They're roaming a lot more. They're not set up on the bottom real good. I'm gonna put this Alabama rig down a minute. I'm gonna try to see if I can show you how that thing will catch multiple fish at the same time. Now I'm gonna do what I call plowing. I'm gonna run this deep crankbait through the edge of that hydrilla that's just going. That's good. That's right there. That's good fish. First cast of that crankbait. I just threw that Alabama rig in there 3 times. Fish on a slot. Stay hooked. There it is. Slot. Got it good. Got that good hook. Go. Maybe there's a stool in there that we got fired up. Let's see. There he is. Yeah, we got him. That's why I like to put the crankbait. nice. Two casts, about 7 pounds. I'm fishing with them, guys. We'll catch them. There. I hate this. That's a bigger fish too. I think I sat down on them. Sat down on them, boys. I'll just go. Three casts, 3 fish. I hope this video is taken. It's been a long time since I had that camera on. Been too lazy to turn it on. Too busy catching too many fish. There you go. This is sick fun. Oh yeah, that's a big one. Got a big one, boys. Keep that line tight. Get this net out and extend it. Not too big. 5, 5.5. But he's got it. Oh yeah. Boys, just come on, go fishing. Let's take it, let's bump that up to about 6 pounds now. Okay. And look where he's got that crankbait. Goodness gracious. How about that? Yes, sir. Okay. Let's get all these hooks out of him without hurting him. Top hooks away from those gills. Okay. Got my line tangled up, so I'm gonna put him in the live well, man. And that's when you retie. Yeah, video looks like it's recording. Good. Give you guys a chance to see what I'm blessed to do out here. Very grateful to be able to do this. I'm grateful for a lot of things. Part of that list, my family. I have the best wife in the world, Miss Carol, and the best son in the world, Justin. Proud of them both. Four. See if we can catch a limit on 5 casts. Might have been a little short of the target there, but we'll see. terrible here. We didn't catch one that day. Yeah, a little short of where I wanted to throw. Get back in the sweet spot. Father at school rested a little too long messing with that big fish, but boy, that was worth it. Yep. Okay, that's 5 on 7 casts. I'll take that. Oh, he come off. Come off. But we got none. So hooked up 6 on 8 casts. That's a big old white perch. These things will tear you up, open up. Start somewhere else with this sucker. It's gonna cut me. I'll just cut that video off right there, tell you, man, that'll make a good one right there. A lot of times that first fish that you lose, that'll shut that school down. Let the crankbait float right back up and they'll just suck it. Follow it. You'll feel them hit it just like you would a worm. Guys, it looks like I'm fishing terribly shallow. I'm in 17 feet of water. Fishing the drop off. Oh yeah. I think that's another perch. But again, I stopped that crankbait, floated up. That bass had moved out and the perch had moved in. Look at the size of that perch. Get a deep diving crankbait like that with number 2 troubles. Most people think these are white bass, but they're white perch. That fish right there is a pound and a quarter. They don't fight real well, but they hit like a freight train. I like catching anything. hydrilla. Little piece of it. I'm going to flour up the whole salt. I want to be sticking the top though. So obviously this crankbait bite slowed down a little bit. There's the real gorilla. We got a little too deep in it now. Buried up in the hydrilla again. Another little point. And when I start doing that, I'll throw the same place, but I'll just raise that rod tip. I'll raise that rod tip 6 feet, and that bait is going to run that much difference where I got that rod tip. I've got it down, it's going to run to the maximum depth. Throw back in there a couple more times, and then I'm going to see if there's a couple left in there that I can catch on a worm. Both in 22 feet of water. bite stopped, picked up a worm, got another fish, not too big. Maybe he is bigger than I think. Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, I would say I'm happy. Ow! My hands take a beating. Another nice Shearon Harris bass. Cut my finger. Just let him go back here. Takeaway there is when they quit hitting the moving bait, it's up to lower bait. That whole school moved out here on this ledge now. They're out here in 13 feet, so we'll get spooked out of there. Gallop where got fired up a little bit. That's 6 bass, 7 hook, a couple perch, and a bad stop. Another bite. Guys, this is a baby. I'm embarrassed to show you this one. I don't think I am going to show you. I think I'm going to hide it out small. I'm not going to let you see that I caught one that small. We're going to let him go on the front of the boat. Gonna have to get a new worm. When you're having to get a new worm, that's a good thing. Got a question about any of this stuff you see me doing, give me a call, I'll set a trip up. Love taking the kids out, tournament fishing. Going to learn a specific technique, cranking, Alabama reel. One of my favorite deep football jigs. This whole summer, phenomenal top water bite going on. Schooling every day. Morning and evening. 919-723-8569. I gotta pay for this new Ranger 520C somehow, so excuse the advertising, guys. That's what I do. I do differently than most guides. Most guides half days of 3 hours. There's another one. Full days 6 hours. My half days are 5, my full days are 10. And we're gonna fish. I think this is the 10th fish here, bass. Bigger fish than I thought. Wow, this came in too easy to get. I hope we get all this on film. Let him go. most people would have just left. Quit hitting that crankbait. Same exact spots I was throwing the crankbait. Always let them go on the back side of the boat just to have it once it's a small one. That thing's sort of fast. I'm not really soaking it. I fish light line, even for these. You know, we had caught any really big fish out here. I mean, you don't catch a 6-pounder, it's not even considered much of anything out here. But I crank with 10-pound line, and on this type of worm fishing, this is high drill, it's not big, I'm only using 12-pound fluorocarbon. Give that worm a better action. We'll break one off. We'll get one wrapped up. That's one of my downfalls. Instead of fishing with just the big fish, I like to fish with them. Tell you earlier, it's June 15th. Wednesday, June 15th. Got some cloud cover. Supposed to rain today. There's an example of that high drilling. You can actually see the root on the bottom of that high driller. It's about that tall right now. Probably why I went to buy one through there, it probably clipped the tops off of it with that crank. How many times you pull up on the spot and caught 10 bass? I don't know how long this thing's run. Can't be much more than 10 minutes. 5 on 5 casts. I tell you what, I'm having a good time. I love this. Patch of that high driller right now. On a good bit. Boy. Big shout out to my main 2 sponsors. First of all, Matt Newman at iRods. If you've never fished the iRod series, best rod for the money on the market. I primarily fish the Genesis series. $150 rod that's a $300 rod quality. And then the iRod series. And then earlier today, actually before daylight, I caught a couple Nathan Gravert at K-Roo Lures, finest chatterbait on the market. That's capital K, little a, capital R, U. And Nathan will hook you up. Custom makes my chatterbaits for me, but I use all his standard skirts. I prefer a light wire hook over a heavy wire hook because I think it gives the bait a better action. When you use Nathan's chatterbaits, one of the things you'll notice.
I can show you.
Here we go, Nathan. I gotta tell you, I painted this blade myself, but he's got black bait. You see that head right there? See what looks like two eyes? That's from that bait hitting that blade on both sides. What's a peanut butter and jelly with a Zoom swimming fluke on the back of it. That is a fish catching machine right there. And I got a big old bass that just swam off when I had it down. That's a bonus fish, and I think it's a big one. Hey, the fishing's so good here on Shearon Harris, you don't have to catch them, they'll catch this thing. I think this is a big fish. I don't know, I ain't caught it with him yet. Should, as long as he had How many is that? Y'all keeping count? I don't know. Somebody post when I post this video how many there are. Y'all saw me lay that worm rod down. Show you that chatterbait and pick it up and there's a fish on it. Show you, there's no such thing as fishing too slow. That bait hadn't moved for what, a couple minutes. I've thrown up in there 10 feet of water, and when I picked it up, he was in 20 feet of water. As my buddy Jimmy Hook said, I'm having a good time. That's about the same number on the worm as now on the crankbait. There's nothing like fishing a worm. Tap, tap, tap. Rearing back, feeling that thing load up. Nothing like it. better on this lake when it's sunny than when it's overcast. But I guarantee you, come here and go fishing with me, and we're out here at dawn, or we're out here at dusk, you'll catch schoolie fish, topwater fish. If not, I'll make some kind of excuse why. Guys, again, it looks shallow, but it's not. I'm on top of this point at 15 feet. I'm within a cast of the bank. Thought I had one there. I also got an ad on Craigslist Raleigh. You can see some pictures on there. I need to post a picture from last week. Last week before 7 o'clock. And they were all caught in the first hour, so before 6:30. I had 3 fish between 5.5 and 7.5 pounds. Potential on this lake is unbelievable. If you don't believe it, you look at the weights in these tournaments. You look at what 2 of my good friends and the best fishermen on this lake, Josh Cook, Jamie Fairdew. Wednesday night tournaments out here, 5-hour tournaments, they consistently weigh in 25 to 30 pounds. And we're talking, 5, 6 pound average. Those guys are phenomenal. Good men, great fishermen. Any sponsors out there looking for stars of the future, call one of those 2 guys. And I'm not just talking about on this lake. They win everything local. They're great regional fishermen. Here, Jordan, Falls. If I was a betting man and they bet on bass fishing, I wouldn't bet against Jamie and Josh. There's some live bait guys out here, and they do fantastic. And they catch a lot of fish, and they catch big fish. But if you want to learn how to fish the artificials, there's fewer of us doing that. Come out here and see me. I'm going to pick this crankbait up again and see if we can't go for 1 or 2 more. I might have to have me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. that bait rise up, that fish came up, took a swipe at it, turned that bait around, got the line around. Funny how you can visualize what's going on underneath that water. That's one of the real advantages of fluorocarbon, being able to feel what's going on in the fishing pit. It being practically invisible underwater. That's a fish. That is. Hey, we got one more on the crankbait. Not bad. Well, yeah, that's why you retie. Okay, so now you guys can laugh. Let's not throw the crankbait away. Let's throw the fish away. Let's go back here. So I was lucky I caught that fish. See how he broke that line right there where it's stressed, where the other fish. Yeah, I forgot to emphasize to you something my buddy Marty Stone taught me. When you retie, don't throw your line in the water. I'll be honest with you, I used to do it. I was fishing with Marty up on Carr. And besides being a great FLW BASS pro, fine steward of the environment, I did that and he ripped me a new one. Good friend, coach of his son. But he let me know what my